A lawmaker from Jonesboro is drawing some attention tonight for a bill that he has filed for the upcoming legislative session. If passed, it would criminalize unlawful squatting. Channel 7's Andrew Mobley is live in our studio now with more on all this. Andrew?
House Bill 1049, filed last week by State Representative Dwight Tosh, would make unlawful squatting a Class B misdemeanor.
Tosh says that he and other lawmakers have heard growing complaints about squatters from their constituents.
I had a constituent that reached out to me several months ago. He had actually moved from the town that he lived in, and I guess apparently when he returned, people had set up a residence there at his home, and so he brought that to my attention, and I started kind of visiting with other folks and found out that this was a problem.
According to the bill, a person commits unlawful squatting if they knowingly enter and reside on the premises of another person without lawful authorization for any period of time and cannot produce at least one of the following documents: a deed or mortgage statement in their name, a lease agreement, or a receipt or other evidence of rent payment paid to the property owner dated within the last 60 days. Under existing Arkansas law, it's already at minimum a Class B misdemeanor to trespass in an occupiable structure. So why is there a need for a bill criminalizing squatting?
Even though we've got criminal trespassing that possibly could have covered this situation, I just felt like we needed some clarity to it to bring, so there was no doubt in law enforcement's mind. So by criminalizing this and, making squatting a criminal act, then obviously they could remove those individuals and from that residence.
Some are concerned that the law could be used by landlords against tenants who may be late on rent.
Could landlords make a case, well, they're squatting now because they haven't paid the rent? You use the criminal eviction without using the criminal eviction. This really isn't necessary.
Tosh made it clear that the bill will not apply to tenants.
That's a defense to this bill. If you have a lease agreement or you have any kind of written consent from the owner of the home, then this bill will not apply to that situation.
Tosh said he is willing to work on the bill with Arkansas Renters United to address their concerns.
If they can show me something in that law that would indicate anything different than what I've just said, I'm one of those individuals that stands ready to tweak it or put any language in there to make sure there's no doubt.
Tosh said he has the backing of other state lawmakers and is hopeful that the bill will be passed at the upcoming regular session in January. On your side, I'm Andrew Mobley.
Andrew, we'll see how that moves through the House and the Senate there. The bill would also require police to only accept reports of unlawful squatting from property owners or their representatives. You can read the bill for yourself. We posted it with this story on KATV.com.